This is a Fox 51 News special report.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Palmieri from the Fox 51 newsroom. Less than a week before Americans head to the polls to pick their next president, a developing story in campaign 2000. Fox 51 has learned that in 1976, George W. Bush was arrested on an operating under the influence of liquor charge.
Well, there's been a dramatic development tonight in the road to the White House. Erin Fela was the first to break this story this afternoon, and she joins us now with the very latest. Erin, what can you tell us?
Well, I must tell you, when I gave a call to the former Kennebunkport police officer who arrested George W., his first words were, "I've been dreading this day."
That was the night which put WPXT TV on the map. The road getting there was just as exciting, but a much longer one. WPXT TV began local news in 1992. When I arrived in March of '96, the news had not evolved much. Amazingly, the station had no wire service, a problem which had even been publicized in the local newspaper. There were just 2 reporters, 3 photographers. We were shooting on high 8 and editing onto 3/4. No wireless mics, no live truck. In November of '96, we made station history by reporting live from not just 1, but 2 locations using fiber optic cable.
For now, let's send you across town to Joe Brennan's headquarters, where Tina Detel is standing by live. Tina?
Thanks a lot, Marina. As you said, this is one of the tightest races in this state.
I brought back weekend news after a year's hiatus, and with $2,000, I worked to improve the set as best I could. The infamous blue set was intended only for anchor headshots, but the idea was later scrapped by our network consultant.
This is Maine's first and only primetime news. Fox 51 News at 10.
More improvements in 1997 with graphics, a new co-anchor, a new producer, the Associated Press, and new computers and AP News Center software. Our new corporate owners had made it clear early on they wanted Portland to be the flagship news operation. The major build-out was underway. A new live truck. Out went the high-8 cameras. In came Beta and DVC Pro. A WSI weather producer system replaced the satellite feed service, and I brought in the station's first full-time meteorologist working in Boston, giving us the best weather presentation in this market. I hired a new director and chief photog to improve our on-air look. Eventually, I doubled our staff, including new reporters who had the drive to be aggressive on the street and to enterprise stories.
This summer, a dive team will scour the bottom of Casco Bay to find the wreckage of Eagle 56. They plan to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the boat was done in by a German torpedo.
Were you abused as a child, as a teen?
I have suspicions about what might have happened.
You're watching Fox 51 News at 10 with Jennifer McNeil, Joe Palmieri, sports with Paul Green, and meteorologist Pete Bouchard with weather.
A new set was built for about $7,000, more new graphics and music. A new format for 1 hour of news at 10 o'clock.
Log on to OurMaine.com, your source for local news, weather, and sports.
The station started its new website highlighting local news coverage with streaming video, a first for the market. With a complete staff of 30 full-time news and production personnel, we were extremely competitive with other stations who had twice the staff. We were equal, if not better, on covering day-to-day events or big events. Big events like OpSale Maine 2000, which included another first, a live webcast.
This is a special report from Fox 51 News, Attack on America.
On September 11th, like many other stations, we provided viewers with local as well as national coverage of the tragic events.
Yeah, my daughter's in Manhattan, and of course I hope she's well, and that, again, I just pray for all of those that are there and those lives that have been touched.
More changes still. In October, the station's corporate owners decided to drop our Fox affiliation in exchange for WB. It also meant a change in our news branding. Our 1 hour format at 10 was cut in half. A second half-hour newscast was added at 7 p.m., but on our LMA, WPME, UPN 35. It has been a challenging journey.
This is Our Maine News at 10.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us.